Hi, Chris.
Welcome aboard, all you wonderful groomers, pet stylists, and canine cosmetologists. You found the Traveling Groomers podcast, where we discuss lessons learned from mobile and house call grooming. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Bear Anthony. Any moment now, we'll be joined by my co host and friend, retired mobile groomer and educator extraordinaire, Mary Oquendo, and very likely a special guest to help us chat about all things grooming, grooming industry related, and just plain fun digressions that I totally wrangle back to topic. Grab those travel mugs and climb aboard to see where today's topic will bring us. Let's roll.
Hey there, Chris.
Hey there, Mary. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just peachy. How about you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, so we're recording this. So, what day are we recording this, Chris?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I get to do this right in the beginning. I don't know, almost don't know what to do. Welcome to episode number 240, recorded on December 13th, and will be airing on January 3rd.
Okay, so smack dab in, we're close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we are close to Christmas.
The Christmas rush. Holy
Okay.
for holies.
All right, not me though.
No, not you. I had to groom a dog for a very ungrateful customer today. She's so ungrateful. She's like, come on. I know it's after hours.
Really?
I know it's after hours and you have a podcast to record tonight. But you want this dog to be groomed before Christmas, right? You do.
Okay, so, but could you have said no?
I could have said no, but then my dog would still stink.
Ah!
And he's not even fully groomed. He's honestly not even fully fluffed out. He's laying next to me being extra dramatic.
Yeah, so we had drama a couple days ago in the house when I cut everybody's nails.
Mm.
Okay. So those sweet little faces that you see, yeah. Well, actually, the only one that's really naughty is Cecil. My husband holds him with a pair of welding gloves.
He goes to eat you. He makes the wolf face like.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speedy is dramatic. We are obviously ripping off his nails from the nail bed
with pliers.
With pliers, rusty pliers too. On top of that, the other two are like resigned, not happy about it. Mm-hmm. And I'll just do nails in one day. All right. Because that's all the drama that I can possibly stand.
And you can't draw it out. You're like, I got to get this done and over with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually we'll get all set up and we'll grab Cecil first because he's the worst. And before anyone has really had an idea that, oh, wait, nails are today. Because what I used to do is we do them one at a time, full groom.
Yeah.
Bath ears, nails. Then another day, bath ears, nails. Then they all got wise to it. And the next day, you can't find your dogs. And I got little dogs and there are lots of places they can hide.
So they're like, uh-oh, it happened to my brother yesterday. Now we all need to hide.
So it's got to be a couple of days, and probably starting tomorrow, we're going to be doing the baths because they got their ears and their nails done.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was really brave. So starting tomorrow, we'll do a bath at a time, and that's okay because it's not the nails. They don't hate it the way they hate the nails.
Well, I've made the discovery earlier that you know, if you're doing coat maintenance if you actually do it weekly, it's not that big a deal.
Mhm.
Things happened and it's been a couple weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you know what? I can go a really long time with my dogs because we are short-coated dogs. I got wash and wear dogs, Chris.
I don't understand what happened with this dog's coat is just insane because I shaved him. I put him into Miami around the time I had surgery, or like I think right before I went in for surgery.
How many weeks ago was that?
Oh, that was in August.
Okay, so we're 4 months later, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right. So does hair not grow?
Yeah, but it apparently grows very fast and very fluffy. Somebody is fluffy.
Okay. Which is why I do not own a standard poodle.
It's just shocking.
Yeah. Every time my husband makes mention of cute, fluffy dogs, I just put the comb and brush in front of him and he changes his mind.
Well, you know, 7 blades are a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just saying. Real.
He's fully retired. He could sit on the sofa and comb and brush his dog if he wants something fluffy.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that is also true.
Yep.
That is also a thing.
Okay. So what are we talking about today, Chris?
Oh, but today we have a topic. This is our, our nice intro thing. Today our topic is the importance of grooming community and building our grooming community. Because, when you have good grooming community and good friends, you get mystery boxes in the mail with little Post-it notes that say, Mary, what does this say?
I can't, it's too little. I have to get my reading glasses, Chris. Because apparently I need reading glasses. Oh, for fudge's sake. Is that what it says?
Uh-huh.
Like my glasses,
Y'all.
Chris?
No, that's not what it said. Your reading glasses are defective. Defective. Oh, I didn't see the rest of this pen. This pen is phenomenal. There were 2 pens in this gift bag, and I saw this, and all I saw was the glitter, and I'm like, this is the best pen ever. And then I saw what it said,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, it's the better pen ever. It's better. And this one, ooh, this one writes nice too. I'm gonna say, ooh, this one writes very nice. This one says, gotta get it, the camera. I don't even know where the camera is. There we go.
Fresh out of salad?
Yeah, I'm never, actually, I'm not that kind of vegan. I'm often out of salad. Yeah, it's fresh out of something. And this one, I showed, what are you chewing? That better be the treat on the floor. I showed this to my husband and he was like, yeah, you're going to go through this fast. And this is like a checklist.
That's funny.
This one is funny. That one is, yeah, he's like, oh, you're going to go through that fast. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I agree with him.
I'll be good. I'm going to save it. Save it. But yes, grooming community. And the thing is, it was hysterical. And it's already on Facebook. So this isn't like any surprise. But there's no return address on it. There's no note. And I'm like, okay, some things that say the F-bomb on it. And I'm like, ooh, glittery things in rose gold, my favorite. And the other 2 things that were so random, yet so gave away exactly who it was from. It was a fire blanket.
Yeah, that would not come from me. It would not even occur to me
Yeah.
to send you a fire blanket.
Right? Oh, there was a smudge kit, like a full-on smudge kit with sage and Palo Santo and a shell and a stand and a little jar of essential oil that said breathe.
Okay,
And
that could have come from me.
like a character in Alice in Wonderland, I went, okay, and inhaled, and it was like a eucalyptus-y. And I'm like, oh,
I
that
love
actually,
eucalyptus.
that was really good. So I'm like, okay, so far these seem like very random, unrelated things. And then this bracelet, oh wait, I can't really see because of the glare.
I can't see it at all.
Okay.
Even with my reading glasses, Chris, not at all.
It would help if I had it on the camera, whatever. It's a little bracelet and it says Chris, and it's got a poodle and a pair of scissors. And believe it or not, it was that combined with the fire blanket. And I went, Angie has a cricket. That was it. That was where it came from. Oh, excellent. My dog found the treats that fell between the two cabinets.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
Help
I
you
don't have to clean those up now.
There you go.
Bonus. Bonus, Mary. But you know what that also means? That means it is about time for us to start talking about our topics right after
So we
we
actually
take.
have topics today.
We actually have topics right after our first commercial break.
As a house call groomer, the idea of van and generator maintenance had kept me out of one for years. But Hanvey Engineering and Design has been making mobile grooming vans for 20 years now and has thought of that. No generator to maintain, repair, and replace. No propane to fill or worry about running out in the middle of winter. Hanvey vans have the lowest operating costs out there. I know I'm sold, but check out their latest innovations for yourself at hanvey.com.
Oop, I did not get back in time fast enough.
Close enough.
So the audio will be a little edited, but yeah, I had to go dog proof a place or two and get the bag of treats so he would actually, pay attention.
All right. So what are our topics, Chris?
Our topics we mentioned are the importance of grooming community.
Okay. You know what I got as presents
Oh,
are my
what you get?
crystal advent calendar. I'm trying to get the crystals out and they're like making a lot of noise. But anyway,
Are you
Go ahead.
having fun opening two things a day?
yeah. And what's really cool is that each of the boxes are two different crystals.
Very cool. Very,
I've
very
not
cool.
yet come up on a day in which they matched it up the same.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Okay, so where were we? Oh, our topics, Chris, our topics. Come on.
Topic.
Get with it.
I'm just going to let that go because I gave you your topics and you went shiny crystals.
Yes.
Topics. So, Mary, why is it so important that we even have a grooming community?
Because it's our support network. And so we can bounce ideas off of something. All right. There are times in which I will have an idea. Okay. And I'll very excitingly run over to my husband or to any of my friends and say, hey, how does this sound? Okay. And sometimes I will get, that is like the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my life. Don't do that. You have a reputation. Okay. Because sometimes we have tunnel vision. Okay.
Yeah.
And because something has never been a problem doesn't mean it won't be a problem down the line. But sometimes we don't get that. All right. We don't get that because it's never been a problem. Maybe it's the way we've been taught, but it's nice to have another professional saying, probably a little nicer than that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life to you. Depends on you. I do really well with that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. You do not have to candy coat anything with me.
Yes. Yes. A lot of people you can't do that with.
Oh no, I am fine with that. In fact,
But-
it'll make, if you candy coat it, and try to be nice and spare my feelings, it's just not going to have the impact you think it's going to have.
No, you're probably not going to take it seriously.
No.
By the way, product placement. Bears Bites.
Ooh. Oh, I love those.
This is actually the pumpkin one. And this is just pumpkin. And he is going, well, he's very attentive and he's right
Do you
here.
know that Sam Hutchinson, the owner of Bears Bite, is also a pet tech, pet first aid instructor?
I did know that because I know Sam. She's awesome.
Okay, good.
And this is how good these treats are. I found these when I was cleaning out my car. And I went, oh no, I don't know how long they've been there. I don't know if the dogs will eat them because they're stale. Alaric is very attentive right now. You can just
Is
see
that
the
the
nose.
hairy standard poodle?
That's the very hairy stand.
From the little I can see of him, I'm thinking, yeah,
Oh,
that's a groomer's dog.
because shoemakers' children go barefoot?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. He's 98% dry and brushed out.
Yeah. So anyway, that if anyone feels any anguish tomorrow, it'll be because Pooh Bear is getting a bath.
Oh, he's going to send out the anguish.
He's going to send out the anguish. Right?
I
He's
am
like,
just making him be amusing for people on YouTube. So
okay. The importance of community.
I'm tired. And this was not my first day back after having COVID, but my first like full groomed to doodle 2 little dogs and bathed and dried my dog. And I am pooped.
All right. So support can come in various forms.
Mhm.
I mean, Facebook there's probably got to be 4,000 grooming groups on Facebook.
Oh my God. And they are amazing. And
Most of them are amazing.
well, yes.
Okay. But even the ones, all right, that can be a little dramatic, you can still take something from that.
Okay. So one of the things that happened in one of the groups I'm in, and it is a group that they can be a little dramatic and they can be a lot uncensored. And by uncensored, I mean, in this case, perhaps mean. Because somebody posted a picture of their grooming shop. And all the comments were on the background and how dirty some of the things looked. So I don't remember if it was their who they are or pronouns or anything. They posted today like, I hope y'all are happy talking shit. The floor just looks like that. That's the tile, but I did a deep clean. So here you go. And they posted another picture and half of the consensus was, yay, it worked though. You should be doing that more often.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
So sometimes negative reinforcement helps. And all I could think was they got to take out that electrical socket because it's right near where they blow out dogs. And I'm wondering what all's behind there.
Oh my God. So yeah, I think it was Deb Compton who just posted a picture of her unscrewing an outlet and all the hair that was. When I had my first van was like, I don't know, like 5 years old. I brought it down to Hanvey for an update. So they were going to do a bunch of stuff, update the van for me. And I asked him, I begged him for a photo, but he never sent me the photo because when they were they had to take out a wall for something and the amount of hair that was in there was unbelievable. I'm like, I want a picture of that because I could use it in my classes. Okay? stuff that's behind the walls that I can't
Mhm.
get to it, but how did it get there? Through all the little seams and stuff.
Mhm.
Right. And if I think about the amount of hair that got into the walls of a van, can you imagine what has actually made its way into your lungs or your back of your eyeballs?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that as I lose memory, it's because it's a pen dude. It's because brain matter is now being taken up by hair.
Yeah,
Just get taken up by hair.
seriously. So it goes up into the nose and then it makes its way through the brain case because I'm sure there's a seam in there somewhere. And
Or
yeah,
just through your eyeballs. But anyway, Mary, do you know it's been 10 minutes already?
well, has it? And we haven't really. Okay, I'll take your word.
Yeah,
For
it has it. We touched, we acknowledged we had a topic. This is the problem when it's just the two of us. This is a problem.
I've been swiveling for years now with my evolution shears, but I wasn't actually born with a pair of swivel shears in my hands. Check out our website and Facebook page for our library of how-to videos, or give me a shout for a personalized guide. Your hands will thank you. Don't forget, Traveling Groomers podcast listeners get $10 off and free shipping with the code on the road, all one word. What are you waiting for? Give them a try today.
So one of the good things about the online community is it's not just groomers. People as a whole tend to be very, like, you can tell them things happen scientifically and they're like, yeah, I guess that's scientifically true, whatever. But it doesn't have as much impact as one person online going, this totally happened to me.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think that's one of the just one of the reasons community is really important.
Okay, and so communities are not just like online groups; they could be in person. I mean, it's really nice to see uh, networking parties and so to speak of local areas. And shoot, New Jersey is doing a gala.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And actually it's not just that I'm excited for the gala. I'm excited because part of the point is to get the exposure for the organization out there because we want New Jersey groomers, we want state groomers to be more together, to band together,
Yeah.
to network, because we are the whole legislation thing's coming up again. But stuff happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Stuff happens. But there's also your community of friends. All right.
Mhm.
It's nice to have a messenger group that you could say, oh, this just happened, and have a couple people there who are not in your neighborhood or in your town who can give you like immediate feedback or, immediate consolation. Or do I have to fly somewhere and kick someone's butt type of thing?
Yeah, flying places to kick butts are never fun because then you have to get through security. You can't bring the brass knuckles you want to bring.
Exactly.
You have to go to a sporting goods store when you get there.
Yep, exactly. So that's having like professionals who are. I want to be careful about how I phrase this. Who are like you, meaning the same mindset.
Mindset. She meant mindset, y'all. Mindset in the brain.
Okay, so that you're on the same. You have the same playing field. Okay. There's a bunch of psychology stuff out there, and one of them is that you are the sum of your inner circle, your 5 closest people. Okay, so if your 5 closest people around you are drug addicts, you're probably a drug addict too. Okay, if your 5 closest people are very, very fit, meaning they jog and hike, you are probably too. Those are just like some extreme examples of it.
I'm gonna say in my closest 5, none of them are in either of those categories.
Yeah, we like our
No.
pudgy people.
No, we like food here. We like
But the point being,
anyway.
okay,
Yes.
you are your inner circle. And if you're in a circle, if you're looking at your inner circle and you're thinking, oh no, this is not where I belong, then look to where you do belong
Mm-hmm.
or where you would like to be. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. And having people who encourage you is also part of having a network. So let's just say Chris, I have like a really bad idea, but
Mhm.
there's a kernel of a good idea in there, but it's predominantly really, really bad. Okay. However, I can go to my group and saying, hey, I want to do this. And then after everyone picks their jaw up off the floor, they're like, let's re-examine this. Okay. We think it's a good idea somewhere in there. Let's figure it out.
And I do have to fully admit how much of a bad idea, like how much I uncover the kernel, fully depends on how funny it seems. Like if it's a really bad idea that seems pretty fucking hysterical, there's a good chance I'm like, well, why don't we taper it down just enough so that we don't get arrested?
Yeah.
But everything else is awesome. And meanwhile, someone else would be like, no, let's not do any of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, community is important. Having people who get you, who understand, who know what you feel like at the end of the day.
Yes. And you know what? Sometimes if someone tells you that you did something stupid, you need to take a deep breath and go, maybe that was stupid. And be able to accept that.
If it's told. All right. And I hate to because my mother-in-law, okay,
Mm-hmm.
my mother-in-law, all right, was just plain mean with her advice. There was like nothing redeeming in there at all. For example, for my daughter, she had not seen my daughter in probably 3-4 years. And she came home from college and we were all going down. And she told my daughter, who was probably in the best physical shape she has ever been in. She was going to a gym at that time,
Mm-hmm.
not to sit down in a particular chair because she was so heavy. She didn't want her to break the chair. That's mean. There's nothing there that acknowledged. She just saw my daughter and said, she was not fat, but there was she had to have an insult in there. Does that make sense?
It does. And I have to remember, because I usually, when I edit, I will take large gaps out just to make things sound tidier, to make it the whole episode a little tighter. No reason to listen to dead air. But I got to remember to not take those out, because what you just heard was the rare sound of me speechless.
Yeah. So there's a difference between someone telling you something that's stupid, all right, but wants to help you make it good or give you advice or help you get to where it is you need to be, as opposed to the person who's telling it is you're stupid because it's stupid, you're stupid, you shouldn't do that, I'm telling you this for your own good type of thing. There's a difference in that mentality.
Yes.
And I think I want to kind of be clear with that.
Yeah. There's a big difference. And sometimes it's hard because, okay, let's Mary, can I use you as as an example? You just said you like giving it straight or hearing it
Yeah,
straight,
yeah.
which I get, but I have literally had 3 different people come up to me and be like, I don't know, Mary doesn't like me. Because
Okay, no, okay.
you're, and I'm like, no, that's just Mary. I'm pretty sure she likes you.
No, because you know what? I am very stoic and I don't wear my emotions and I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get me to wear my emotions. I'm gonna tell you right now, you know how you know I don't like you?
How?
I told you I don't like
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry. That was loud, but that was funny.
yeah. So if I haven't told you I don't like you, then yeah, I like you.
Okay. Okay. All right. And on that note, we are bopping along. Be right back.
I love being a house call groomer, but I hate doing laundry or worrying about asking my clients for fresh towels. Raypet has solved those problems for me with the Wet Pet disposable towel, taking up much less space than traditional cotton towels and easy to wring out and reuse. These super soft, comfy, absorbent towels eliminate any cross contamination concerns between pets. And now their new smaller washcloth size can even help those sensitive eye areas. Great for cleaning out wrinkles gently and thoroughly. Need to keep water bowls for your clients on hand that are easy to disinfect, but hate all the room traditional clanky metal bowls take up? Or just have a very active pet? Their collapsible silicone bowl comes with an aluminum D-ring hook that can be attached to your pet's leash or anywhere else in your van for easy storage. You can get one by itself or in their handy travel kit, along with a set of 3 tick removers and 1 small wet pet towel. So stop by their website to check it out, raypet.net, and tell them the traveling groomer sent you.
He did not take my fingers off. I was very amused. And I started laughing in the middle of that because now I'm just picturing you at the next couple trade shows you go to, just walking up to somebody and going, I don't like you, and walking away.
No,
I
there still has to be context with it.
Oh, okay.
All right. I could get a t-shirt made up saying, if I haven't told you I don't like you, don't make assumptions.
Oh, yeah, and well, I don't think I talked to you about the third one, but in the first 2 cases, you were like, no, I really like those people.
So don't make assumptions.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, topic. So I think part of the problem with the online community and the social community is we develop, I don't want to say superstars, we develop heroes. We have
yes.
heroes and superstars, and you know, people we admire may do something stupid, and then instead of going, oh, that was horrible and dumb, and I can't even like hint because I just realized this is going to air so far from now, people will probably not, even if we reference it, they won't know what we're talking about. So I'm not even going to bother.
All right. So this is how you do a test.
Uh-huh.
See somebody you admire do something. Imagine somebody you don't like doing it. Tell me if you still feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you see somebody you don't like doing that and you go, what the actual fuck? Maybe it was a dumb thing.
Yeah, because Chris showed me a reel today, and I believe, and I'll say it, Chris, words out of my mouth were, what the fuck?
Uh-huh. That's going to make a lovely sound bite. Thank you, Mary.
You're
will
welcome, Chris.
I will save it
Merry
for
Christmas. Happy holidays.
that was, you know what? I do have to make a sound effect for that now because that that's something I will save for very special occasions. That's going to be a very special what the fuck.
Okay. So yeah. All right. And I think on one side of the coin, if we are someone that people look up to, then we have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
All right. And I look at some of the people who I look up to. I've looked up to them for a really, really long time. All right. Suzecco, Daryl Connor, Barbara Bird. There's 3 people off the top of my head. Okay. Who I have great admiration for. Okay. And honestly, if I would have seen any of those 3 do what we saw earlier today,
You still would have said,
do I have to say it again?
no. But you still would have said, what the fuck?
Yes, I would have, because
Because it doesn't jive with what you know of those people.
exactly. Okay?
And I think, oh, by the way, and I said, when you're someone people look up to, and I was like, yeah. And I said that so confidently, but every so often I have a reality check where somebody says something to me and I'm like, do people look up to me? And I don't get it or understand, because to me, I'm just me.
Well, here's the thing. I think I know when I first started in the industry, okay, again, Suzecco, Daryl Connor, Barbara Bird were always so welcoming and open with their information that
Yeah.
that's the impression I had of what it meant to be somebody that you should look up to in the
Yeah.
industry. Okay. So those were the qualities that I saw. I have, okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll just shut up right here.
Okay. Is this the story of the person who was like, who blew you off?
No, not even that. That story is well known, and yeah,
Wait, this is something else?
this is something else.
Now you gotta.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Oh, guys, I'm in pain for everyone listening, screaming, that's not fair.
And yeah, well, I can't, because
You know I'm gonna get
somebody-
DMs, right?
yeah, but it's someone else's story, so I can't.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair for someone else's story. Yeah, like you know what? On one hand, I say my motto is fresh out of fucks, but on the other hand, I still remember awkward things I did. And I'm like, oh, like one year, New England. I think it was my first New England, because I wasn't there with Evolution. I just drove up to take classes, because I never get to take classes at a trade show. And I was rushing to a class because I was late, because I overslept, because big shock. And somebody was like, I feel like I see you all the time at these things. And I said something like, yeah. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, that sounds douchey. I didn't mean it like that. I was just not thinking and running late to get to the class. I meant I just travel and I'm at a lot of these things. Not that I was like,
Well, okay, that brings up a point. Okay,
something somebody should know. Yeah.
Okay. But that also brings up a point. You're not responsible for how, unless you're like really being douchey. Okay.
I could, I don't know how that might, listen,
here's the
things
thing.
come out of my mouth sometimes. I don't know how they.
But still,
They're
how
taken.
somebody reacts to it is not necessary. It's not your responsibility to monitor how people react. All right. Because Chris, you're not a douchey person. You're not.
Yeah.
Okay. You might be snarky. You
Very
might
snarky.
be snarky. You might be a little loud. You could, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could call it bubbly instead of loud.
There you go.
There you go. Much nicer
Bubbly.
word. She's bubbly.
I'm bubbly in a very Northeast New York, New Jersey sort of way.
Okay. But the point is, okay, when somebody is going to find issue with something you've said, okay, how they interpret it is from their lens.
Always.
Okay. And maybe they're having a bad day themselves. Maybe people are just piling up on them, and you're just like the last straw on the camel's back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or maybe they just don't think other people have something nice to say. So anything that you say is taken in the lens, well, what's the snark behind it? What do they really mean? Make sense?
That does make sense. That
Okay.
does make sense. Mary, see, okay, we just had a real time while we are recording example of why you need community. Tell me to not text this client back who just texted me at 10:07 p.m. on December 13th, who wanted to reschedule his appointment for tomorrow to sometime next week, Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, you're not responding. It's 10 o'clock at night.
And I'm like, first of all, it's 10 o'clock at night. Second of all, I can't guarantee that's happening.
So in the morning, you let him know, well, I don't think I could fit you in next week. Maybe sometime mid-January.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah. It is amazing when you don't give somebody an option, all right, how quickly the first option that you gave them is going to work really well.
Yeah, you know what? I have to verify a couple appointments. The sad thing is because this year's scheduling is so jacked up. Wait, no, someone else is waiting on getting in. I'd much rather do an additional Black Russian in the same day. That's okay. I know his aunt. I will call up his aunt and be like, I'll tell you names later. I've said, you need to talk to your nephew and say he'll take what he gets the week before Christmas. Anyhow. But yeah, that's why you need, because I have, and this is one of the reasons I have to teach about boundaries and self-care, because I have the hardest time shutting things off and shutting off work, and the hardest time with my boundaries. So I have to keep working on them for myself and talking about them and keeping them in the forefront of my mind.
I mean, there's got to be a beginning and an end to your day. And you have to decide when the end of your day is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to seriously go, okay, well, tomorrow was going to be a long, and the day before, like seriously, the day before. Give me a reason. Tell me somebody has COVID. Something. I'll buy it. I just had COVID.
Okay. So where else are we on our list?
We're on our list of after these messages, we'll be right back. And speaking of continuing education, because we either were or will be, join the Andis World-Class Education Team each month for live interactive virtual classes. You'll learn new and trending styles, as well as tips and tricks from some of the best groomers in the industry. Whether you're looking for basic skills, trending styles, advanced techniques, or even just ways to spark your creativity, the new Andis Grooming Education site is your source for finding what you need to create your way for success. Try new techniques, learn from the pros, and grow your confidence today at andis.com/groomer education. Traveling Groomer podcast listeners, hey, that's you, can get 25% off your first course today with the code VEGROOMING at checkout on andis.com/groomer education. And that was an age check. by the way, in case you didn't know.
Okay.
I'm did you get that, or is that just like a very specific Gen X?
That might be
Thing.
very specific Gen X thing.
I think that's a very specific Gen X thing. So that was a dog whistle to the generation that is ignored. But all right. So what are different things we can do to build community?
Well, first one is ask.
Mm.
Okay. Sue Zacco told me a story one time. Her and Jay were in some other country, and I don't remember which country it was. Okay. But they were there doing some of their classes, and then they were all breaking for lunch. And I guess they were like, had set up for tables and stuff like that. So she and Jay sat down to have lunch, and nobody sat with them because they all thought that, oh, that's Sue and Jay. And they were just like hoping people would come sit with them just so they could chit chat.
Yeah.
All right.
You never know. And that's even if you're mobile and you drive past a shop and you're like, oh, I should stop in and say hi.
You should
stop in and say hi.
I think as a group, we like to talk.
We do.
Okay. So if you sit down at any table and there's other people there you don't know, you can strike up a conversation. Sometimes you do have to take that first step.
Yeah. And that is also something else that the state orgs can do. We are there for business, but we're also there for networking and for community building. And I think that is one of the things that I really want the Groomers Ball to accomplish, is for it to bring in groomers from all over the state and the surrounding states and say, let's blow off steam after the holidays and dress up and wear a tux or wear a fancy dress and not have dog hair on. And still be with people who get it.
Okay.
Who won't judge you for having bruises and scratch marks on your, and your
it don't look like you were in a fight,
Yeah.
I had a lab headbutt me one time.
Oh.
And the resulting black eyes because of that. My husband wouldn't walk with me.
Oh no, I don't blame him. I told you I think I told you the story, especially being in a mixed marriage back in the day when it still wasn't as big a deal or as known. I was working in a corporate store, and I had this one dog who was horrible for his nails. And I managed to get him done. But one day he kicked me back, and my table was right by the doorway to the bathing area. So he kicked me back, and I went back and I went into the doorway. So the back of my arm hit the edge of the door really hard. So I just had bruises down the back of my arm. And the smocks were kind of a long sleeve, almost elbow length. And I wore tank tops under them a lot because I got warm in the grooming shop. So I was in the back office and I was doing paperwork. So I had my grooming smock off, and I'd forgotten that these bruises were there. So one of the employees comes by and looks at me, and she does this double take, and she goes, put your hand on my shoulder gently. She goes, Chris, if you ever need to talk about anything, is everything going okay? Because if you ever need to talk about anything, I'm here for you. I just want to let you know I'm here. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's sweet. Oh no, everything's good. I'm better. And she's like, no, Chris, really, you can tell I'm here. And I just went blink, blink. Oh my God. Oh no, a dog did that. A dog did that. I swear.
Hey, listen, one of my dogs tried to kill me the other day.
You can ask everyone in grooming. And she was like, oh, okay. Because, She'd met Cam. She's like, he didn't strike me as that type, but yeah.
I tripped over my dog yesterday because he was
God.
sleeping underneath a blanket, and I noticed him too late. So I tried to compensate to not step on him.
Uh-huh.
And I slipped instead, and I landed on concrete stairs.
You okay there?
My knee hurts. My hip hurts. Okay. And not the hip I landed on, the other side, which I don't get. I don't know.
Maybe it knocked it out of I don't know.
But the other hip hurts, not the one I landed on. Okay. But if I was wearing shorts right now, the whole side of my leg and my knee.
There were 100% when my dad was still alive. There were 100% days when I would look down at my arms and go, I mean, it was all from grooming. It was all from getting beat up at work as a bather. And I'm just like, oh, he already doesn't like him. I can't, he can't see these. He's not going to believe me.
Yeah. So literally had 2 black eyes. I didn't black out, but I can confirm the yellow stars around the head. Okay. I didn't see little birds. I saw little stars, but 2 black eyes because of that.
I didn't see stars the one time that happened at something like that happened at work. I saw spots and a bright flash, though. I don't know if it was, maybe that was what they mean by stars. I just saw like a poof.
No. Stars, Chris. Stars circling my head. I saw. Yeah. And I'm just thinking after he did that, I'm thinking, holy crap, right? There's really stars. But anyway, other groomers would get that.
Yeah. And other groomers will get that, and they can look at you, and other groomers will get, if you're out during a work day or you're out and you just stop and go, and you lean over your friend and go, do I smell like anal glands? And a true groomer friend will sniff you wherever you are afraid you smell like anal glands and answer that question. Because that has happened.
Okay, so just to bring this back to topic, that's a good support system.
That is a good support system. And that actually did happen to me twice. One place I worked was I was on both ends of that smell my face. Do I smell like anal glands? I was on both sides of that question. Because in the face.
No, not me. I knock on wood because I have personal dogs. Okay. So it's not like that will could not ever be in my future. But I have never, as a professional groomer, have had anal glands in my face.
No, it didn't happen because I was expressing glands.
No. I've seen my fellow groomers get shot from across the floor, across the room.
Oh, I remembered something and it almost killed me. Hang on.
For those who are watching, no, she's not throwing up. Though that might be a little questionable. Unmute yourself, Chris.
No, I'm having a coughing fit. And I wanted to spare you that muted. No, this was this little Shih Tzu. And this lovely young couple were picking the dog up. And they were asking about it. And I was explaining how we do it externally. And this was back in the day. So I was probably still doing it. And I don't remember, either I didn't do it because we weren't supposed to do it at that corporate shop. I don't remember why, but I'm pretty sure it was at checkout. And I was trying to demonstrate where it was. And and they were on the counter. So her butt was facing them because I was showing the anal area. And I just realized I'm missing somebody, and I think my dog stole Fozzie. Anyway, so Mary, I didn't squeeze it. I touched it. I just kind of touched it oh so lightly, and it shoots out on the guy. It shoots out on him. And what makes matters worse, and then I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I start trying to like mop it up and clean it up. And meanwhile, her girlfriend is there laughing at me, and she starts laughing harder when she realizes that I realized where it hit him and where I was trying to clean up, and then stopped immediately and said, oh, here you go, and handed them the towel. And I've got to go rescue Fozzie, and we've got to go hit a button. So that's perfect timing.
What if I told you you could have a year's worth of online education for less than the cost of one in-person trade show? That's right. For only $97 a month, you have access to a different 2-day educational conference with 10 hours of material taught by the best in the industry. Every month has a new theme that includes anything from grooming skills to business and everything in between. Can't catch it live or just want to rewatch it? Recordings are available for 6 weeks with closed captioning for both live and recordings with transcripts. What are you waiting for? Grab your membership today at positiveed.com.
Okay.
Oh, can I do a little tease?
Fozzie lives.
Good.
And while he is technically a dog toy, he's my toy.
And he cannot
not for the dogs who destroy and eat stuffies. Yeah, go ahead and tease.
Okay, so I've got another book coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, you do.
And just so you know, there's like, it's got to go through like 3 editors. Okay. One is a grammar editor because, you know, commas and periods and correct spelling is good. And then I have a friend who is an English professor at a college, and she's going to do context editing for me.
Very nice.
And then it's going out to the layout editor, where it's going to go to the publisher. And I am hoping that this book, and that's all I'm going to say about it, all right, is going to be, I'm hoping to have it out by the end of January. And Chris has read the book already.
Yes, I've read the book already. Now my dog is throwing heaters at me. Excellent. I am going to say the editing process may take longer than you anticipate, the whole process. So I'm going to say it will be, if you're looking,
got good people. I've got professional people.
So are you looking to have hard copies at Groom Expo West?
You know what? I should have hard copies by Groom Expo West. No. I'm not going to Groom Expo West. Groomed.
Oh, okay. Oh, by Groomed. By Groomed is in February. Yeah, I think that's no, is that March?
That's March.
That's March.
And I will have a booth at Tacoma, so I will definitely have hard copies there.
Nice. Nice. Oh, Tacoma now in Salt Lake City.
I'm not 100%. Oh, shoot. I got to send Quincy out. I'm not not sure I'm going to Salt Lake City.
Oh, wait, you said that's right. You said Tacoma, not Teton. I got my T's confused. So Teton is now Salt Lake City.
Right.
You said Tacoma and I heard, I don't know why. Sorry about that. You are correct, sir, ma'am.
Yes. So I won't be at Pasadena, and Esther will be 1 week out from his surges, his full knee replacement. So I'm going to say, you all don't have to pray for him. He will be under very, very good care. Say a couple prayers for me because I'm going to need it, because somebody sent him a freaking bell.
She's looking at me like it was me. It wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't me. Oh, wait, you thought it was actually me who physically bought?
No. It came from my daughter, but my daughter never would have thought to do that. She was spurred on by somebody else. And my husband thinks it's hysterical. He's got
That's because it's hysterical.
Yeah, he's got the damn bell sitting on top of his desk.
Okay, for the record,
Yeah.
since we're recording and this is going out, I want to say for the record, while I may have put that idea in her head, it was immediately followed by, oh God, don't actually do it. She'll kill me. Like I did.
If she could do something and someone else gets the blame for it. So she got the credit for doing something really funny, but she wasn't at fault.
How was she not at fault? I didn't hold a gun to her head and say, this is funny or die.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's how she took it.
At least that's how she is taking it for the record.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see what we're at. I see where we're at now. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're wrapping up and back to topic. And because you have a good community, that's why you can get your editors and get it out there quickly.
Yeah, because I have a good community.
Yeah.
Okay. And not just within the pet industry. So my layout editor, I met through like some group coaching for something else years and years and years ago. And we just had similar interests and we always kept in touch. So she did the layout editor for Mobile Groomers Bible.
Okay.
Okay. I did holistic pet grooming through Barkley because I didn't want to be bothered with any of that. And for the same thing for this book, which is not, it is not a professional book. Let's just kind of leave it there. Is that
no, it is a leap for you. It is something very different.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's you surround yourself with good people. In fact, I had recommended for Angie's book the same layout editor.
Oh, okay. And that is an award-winning book now.
That is an award-winning book. Okay.
And that award-winning book will be one of the raffle prizes at the New Jersey Groomers Ball Gala on February 4th. Can I plug that enough? I think I can't. I physically feel like I cannot plug that enough.
No, it's fine. I think it's going to be a fun thing. And I wish I was closer, However, by that time, I may just say, listen, I'm going out for some milk. Be back in a couple hours.
Yeah. You'd be like, you know what? A whirlwind 3-day trip to another coast sounds about right now.
Yeah. So
that would be fun. Oh, Amanda from Celtic Canine and some of the Celtic Canine team are coming, and she's also donating $100 gift certificate.
Oh, nice. But she's got some beautiful stuff.
I am starting to be legit mad that I think we said the board wasn't going to give ourselves raffle tickets. And I feel like I now have to we have to revisit that discussion because I'm like, I paid for a ticket. I want a raffle ticket because I want some of this stuff. We've got some nice raffles. Damn it. So, yeah, there we go. But it's going to be fun. And that's what community building is all about. We're hoping to have something else in the summer that is very different and more summery
Okay, cool.
and equally awesome.
All
My
right.
dog's in Numbnut. It's about an hour. Close enough. And
So we're
boy,
actually going to take a
Christmas.
1 week break. So
Yes. Yeah, we're going to take a break between Christmas and New Year's. We're not putting up an episode the week of Christmas. I think we're still recording one. Are we still recording one on the 27th?
no, not the 27th.
Oh, that's right. We're recording it on like later in the month, later in the week.
All right. So everybody enjoy your holidays.
Yeah. All right, guys, enjoy. Make it through. You're almost done. Well, no, you're definitely done by now because this is airing in December. So, I mean, January. So, listen, for us, the voices in the past, we're still tired. But congrats, you made it through.
Awesome.
Awesome. All righty. Safe travels, guys.
Well, that was fun. But now it's time to head home. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed chatting with you. If there are any topics you'd like us to discuss or guests you want to see join us on this crazy road trip of ours, let us know in the Traveling Groomers Facebook page. Don't forget to thank our sponsors. And see you next week, guys. Safe travels.